Good. So guys, good morning. Good morning to all of you. And let's get started, okay? This is Advanced 4
Okay.
level. And today we'll cover Unit 1 and Unit 2 as a review. And remember that I will need you guys to participate. More participation, more points, okay? And
Okay.
also, at the end, we'll have a little evaluation of today's topic. Super simple, okay? So let's get started, please, okay? First thing
Okay.
that Advanced 4, remember that it's a review of all advances, and we're going to focus a lot on phrasal verbs, okay? We know that we've seen phrasal
Okay.
verbs since basic 1, but we don't know, or we didn't know that they were phrasal verbs, right? For example, get up,
Right.
take off,
Look up to.
look up to. We've seen this one since basic levels, right? But
Mhm.
we didn't see them as phrasal verbs, only as some common verbs, phrases and so on. But now we're going to focus more on that, okay? So,
Okay.
pick, well, it was a listening, yes. But also we talked about phrasal verbs. Right now, I'm going to send you a PowerPoint. Yes, I'm going to send you a PowerPoint about phrasal verbs for you to have, okay? And we're
Okay.
going to focus on that right now too. So let me send it to you. Give me a few seconds. You- Two documents, two phrasal verb documents, and I want you to take a look because I'm going to show it on the screen, but just in case
Mm.
to have it, okay? Let's see. I'm going to send it right now. Please tell me if you can see the if you receive the document in a few minutes, okay? 1 second, please. UK Viventual Advanced for March Online. There you go. Good. I just sent it. Did you receive it?
Yes, Miss.
Yes, perfect.
Yes.
So, okay. So I'm going to project it here on the screen, but you can
Okay.
also take a look at it
Mhm.
by yourself,
Yes.
extra activities to review, etc. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So let's see. Let me share it with you and we'll see. Okay. Yeah. So can you see?
Yes.
Yes. What does it say?
Mhm. Welcome on Advanced 4.
Welcome, Advanced 4. Good. Luis, can you see the screen, Luis?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Yes, let's see. Welcome to Advanced 4, guys. And let's start, okay? Today's topic, like we mentioned, we're going to talk about
Phrasal
phrasal
verbs.
verbs, okay? More or less, we know what is a phrasal verb. We know that a phrasal verb is
The combination.
of a verb and a participle,
Combination.
right? Most times, a participle are prepositions or adverbs, right? Resulting in a new word, right? For example, come
Okay.
is a verb. Down is also another word, right? And in this
Mhm.
case, if we mix them together, we have a new word as to calm down, right? Now,
Yes.
phrasal verbs deliver or finish in different words. Remember that, for example, we have the verb break, right? Break, something
Yes.
that just breaks. But if we add another word to break, we have different meanings, right? For
Mhm.
example, Lisa, can you read, please, the first phrasal verb?
Okay. To break away. To separate from a group.
Exactly, right? To break away means to separate from a group. So there we have a phrasal verb for break. Another one, Luis M, you're here. Can you read, please? Can you read the next example? We are with the car.
To break it down, stop working.
Very good. So to break down, another phrasal verb means to stop working. Yes. Another example, Luis H, please.
To break into, to enter by force.
To enter by force, more or less thieves, right? Robbers. And number 4, can you read please again, Danitza?
Okay. To break out. To appear and spread suddenly.
Yes, right? Well, we're living right now with the coronavirus, right?
Mhm.
Coronavirus has to break out, right? And last but not
Yes.
least, please, we have to break out of, means to escape from prison.
From.
So notice how from only one verb followed by another preposition, we have a phrasal verb with different meanings, right? So more or less
Yes.
that's our phrasal verbs, right? A mix of words that mean something different. Now, I know that you've in advanced 3, if I'm not mistaken, you've seen the types of phrasal verbs. Do you remember a little bit about that? Do you remember the types of phrasal verbs?
Yes. I do.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Can you tell me a little bit about the types of phrasal verbs, please? What do you remember?
I think they are transitive and intransitive.
Uh-huh, perfect. Yes. Something else?
I don't remember anything else.
Okay, no problem. We'll refresh our minds. Yes, like you said, we have transitive and intransitive phrasal verbs, right? Intransitive phrasal verbs are the verbs or the phrasal verbs that do not have objects, no objects, okay? And there you have an example. First, I worked out for an hour. I dressed up and dropped in at the party. No one found out that I didn't have an invitation. In that little text, what are the phrasal verbs? Can you tell me what are the phrasal verbs?
Worked out, dressed
Uh-huh.
up, dropping, found out.
Exactly. And after those phrasal verbs, there are no objects. That's why it's called intransitive phrasal verbs. Okay?
Verb.
But then we
Okay.
have transitive phrasal verbs. What are transitive? Transitive do have an object, and they can be at
Mm,
the phrasal verb or between them. For example, look at the picture. What does the bride say? The bride says,
no wedding.
no wedding, right? She says, no wedding. I'm not going to
She
get
canceled.
married today. She canceled the wedding, right? So what can we
Mhm.
say? At the last minute, the bride called off the wedding. There you have the object, the wedding. Or we can
Mhm.
say at the last minute, the bride called the wedding off. We have again another object or the same object, but we have it even at the after the phrasal verb or between the phrasal verbs. When we have these
Okay.
kind of examples, they are transitive because they can be together, they can be separate. The phrasal verb, okay, can be together and then after the object, or we can separate them and put the object in the middle. But
Okay.
remember that not all phrasal verbs can be separate, right? For example, the word look after, yes, is always together. Looking forward
Mhm.
to is always together. They're not
Okay.
separate, but that's just a matter of practice. If time permits today, I'll send you a list of phrasal verbs that are transitive and intransitive for you to have just as a matter of practice, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Perfect. Now, guys, this is just a brief example, right, between transitive and intransitive, okay? In several, for example, what I mentioned, look after, right? I look after him. Look after is always together. It's not separable. But others are, like, for example, turn off. I can say turn off the TV. I can say turn that
Turn the
TV
TV off.
off. Uh-huh. I can say turn it off. That it, what is it replacing?
The
Means
the date.
It, turn it off. What is it
Eight.
replacing?
The TV.
The TV. Perfect, right? The TV. And that's it. Okay, so we don't have much.